Our first exercise is going to be the pelvic scoop. You're going to have your knees bent, chin tucked, shoulders relaxed into the bed, neutral spine position. You're going to pull your belly button to your spine and get that pelvic floor contraction as you inhale. And then you're going to exhale, maintaining that contraction all the way out for a count of 3 to 5 breaths. And then you're going to release. Good. And again, you're going to inhale as you pull the belly button to the spine and scoop, and you're going to exhale, maintaining that contraction all the way out. You're going to feel that stomach flatten, going all the way down to the pelvic floor. Good. Again, you're going to contract as you inhale. You're going to exhale, holding that contraction, shoulders and neck relaxed. Good. Again, contract, inhale, exhale, holding the contraction. One more. Do that inhale. And notice when you do that contraction, it's not from your glutes, it's from your pelvic floor. You're bracing as if someone were going to punch you in the stomach. It's all firm there. And release. Good. Second exercise we're going to do is going to be marches. So just with the knees bent like that, you're going to again engage your core, and you're just going to march with the legs. So you're going to feel that coming from the quad a little bit, and again, you're going to feel your abdominal region working on this in that pelvic floor. Your shoulders are relaxed. You're going to breathe through this, just getting some blood flowing to the body, moving, lifting the knees. And again, you can do this for about 20 to 30 marches. And good. Next exercise we're going to do are ankle pumps. So you can slide your feet out and do a point flex coming from your calves. And just do that point and flex, and point and flex. Good. And again, you're breathing with this, your core is engaged. If you want to, you can also do it with your knees, with a pillow underneath your knees, if that feels better, if that supports you better. Another thing you can do if that's not comfortable, you can always have both knees bent and cross one of your ankles over the other knee. So you can take it up and do a point flex and circles that way. So you can do like 10 circles one direction, and then you can reverse, do 10 circles the other, and then you can do a point and flex, point and flex. And then you would repeat that move on the other side, just to get the blood flowing to your ankles. Doing those. And reversing it after you get about 10, and again, the point flex. And during this, again, check your posture. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Don't let them hunch up. Make sure your chin is tucked. You're going to breathe during this. Just want to get the blood moving up to the body. Good. Next one you're going to do is you're going to do a bicep curl. Lying on your back, you're going to have the palms up, and you're just going to make that flex with it. Yeah, again, just getting the blood flowing. Getting that. And you're breathing. Again, you're checking that you're not holding tension in your neck or your shoulders, that you just want to feel that in the bicep muscle. And again, you have that core engaged. Remember, we talked about the core engagement. It's not coming from your glutes, it's coming from the belly button to your spine and your pelvic floor with that slight scoop so that you have a neutral spine. Good. Next exercise we're going to do is the bridge up. So again, you're going to start that with that pelvic scoop, with your belly button to the spine, engaging the core with the inhale, and then you're going to bridge up slowly, pulling up with your hamstrings and your glutes. This is a pull move, and you're going to exhale up there at the top. It's a pull move, not a push move. You shouldn't feel this in your calves. And then you're slowly going to lower back down one vertebrae at a time. The most important thing to this is control, that you engage the core first to protect your back, and then you use the hamstrings and glutes to lift up. You're holding up there for about 5 counts. As you exhale, and again, slowly lowering back down. You're never going to just drop that down. You want to protect your spine. You're going to get that scoop, belly button to spine, pelvic floor, and then coming right up into that. Exhaling again up here on the work. You're going to feel that go all the way down, slowly lowering back down one vertebrae at a time. And again, you're going to do belly button to the spine, pelvic floor, then engage the glutes and hamstrings. Exhale up there. Again, your shoulders are relaxed. You notice on this, your neck and shoulders are relaxed. You're not going to dump in to your neck. We always want to protect that cervical vertebrae as well. And belly button to the spine, getting that scoop, pulling up with the hamstrings and glutes. Nothing in the calves there. Just there as a anchor point, and coming back down. Good, nice. Next one we're going to do is called goal posts. So you're going to have your arms out at your side with your elbows bent, and you're going to have the elbows perpendicular to the floor. So the palms, going to be right there. And make sure that the elbows are about in line, mid-nipple level with your chest. You don't want them too high or it causes you to shrug. Again, we want to keep those shoulders relaxed down into the mat. Now, again, with your core engaged, belly button to spine, and that scoop, you're going to slowly externally rotate that wrist back toward the floor using the shoulder blades, getting that squeeze. Again, this is just going to open you back up after a night of sleeping. You're going to get the blood flowing there. Again, you're going to have the core engaged. Exhale as you rotate back. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. You're going to do a few more of those. And again, you can do 10 to 15 of these just to feel that chest open, feel the shoulder blades working. Now we're going to do a modified curl up. You can either have your hands crossed over your chest, would be one way. The other way you can have it is behind your head, supporting your neck. On this one, you never pull on your neck. You keep that chin tucked like you're double chinning. Your head is relaxed into your hands. The hands are supporting the head, never pulling on it. Again, you're going to start with your scoop, belly button to spine, get that pelvic scoop with the lower the pelvic floor, big inhale. You're going to come up and exhale, just barely lifting the shoulders up, wherever that feels comfortable. Perfect. Your head stays in line with that spine, and you slowly come back down. All you want to feel is a little bit of contraction in those upper abdominals. You'll feel those working. Again, you're going to get your inhale. You scoop. Make sure that you're protecting your back, and you never pull on the head. The chin stays tucked. So your eyes are going to be looking, they kind of look up almost like where the ceiling meets the wall, or just slightly. They won't be straight back. Again, you don't want to pull on. It's a natural curve. Coming up, exhale, and again, exhaling all the way down into your abdominals. Big inhale, and exhale. You're going to feel that all the way deep down into that pelvic floor when you exhale. And inhale, slow and controlled, never pulling on the head, and coming up, exhale. And again, if you ever feel your neck getting tired or like you're pulling on it, then you stop the exercise. If it doesn't feel right, if you felt pain in your mid-back, you always stop. And one more with that big inhale and exhale. Good. Next one we're going to do is a straight leg raise. So again, with your arms to the side. And sometimes you find it easier if you turn your palms up. That'll keep you from rolling your shoulders, because you want to set those shoulders down and you want to relax the neck and shoulders. Your core is going to be engaged. Your knee, don't hyperextend it. It's just going to be a little soft. So that way you're going to tighten up your quad muscle with your core engaged again. And you're going to raise that knee up to about the height of the other knee. Just feeling the quad work. You should not feel this in your lower back. I don't want you to feel it in your knee. You're going to have a big inhale and exhale. And again, you're going to inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And really the most important thing is just to make sure you're breathing during an exercise. Don't worry if you realize, oh, wait a minute, I was, inhaling, during the harder portion of it, during the contraction, just so that you maintain breathing. You don't want to hold your breath during these. But again, you do want to make sure your core is engaged, and that doesn't mean over-contracting and spasming your back. It just means making sure that you have that belly button to the spine, your pelvic floor is engaged, you're protecting your back before you raise the leg. Stabilize through your core, and that way your quad and the muscles can do the work in raising up. And again, you can do, 10 to 15 of these, depending on how you feel. If you start to feel anything in your back or your knee, stop. And again, you do the other leg. Always engage that quad so that you're going to feel that in the muscle. And big inhale and exhale as you do the exercise. Again, make sure when you switch legs, that your shoulders are still relaxed, your neck is still relaxed, and you're breathing. Bracing through the core, and then the quad is doing the work. Good. Okay. Then you can go ahead and roll to your side. And you can put a pillow under your head or your arm under your head, whichever feels better. With your knees bent like that. Now, on this one, don't have them at 90, not like you're sitting in a chair, but more at that, 45 to 65 degree angle with the core engaged, and the hip is going to be forward. You don't want to roll back. You're going to keep the sides of your feet together, and you're going to slowly raise the knee up without rolling back. You're going to open up, working those external rotators of the hip. And your head is in line with your shoulder. That chin is tucked, because again, you don't want to jut your head forward. We want to keep good alignment. No matter if you're on your back, on your side, if you're seated or if you're standing, you want those joints aligned. So again, on this, you're going to check. You're going to make sure, is my belly button to my spine? Am I engaging my core? On this, the upper glutes are working to keep you from rolling back. And you should feel this in that external rotator of the hip. And again, you can do, 10 to 20 of these so you feel it work. Good. And then from here, we're going to work the internal rotators of the hip. On this, you're going to keep the knees together, and you're going to lift the heel up. Again, you're going to inhale and exhale. And you're going to keep your core engaged. You don't want to feel anything in your lower back. So the glutes are engaged, the core is engaged. You're stabilizing through your trunk, and then the internal rotators of the hip are doing the work. If I didn't feel, if you weren't really feeling that, if you didn't feel like that was work, you could always raise your knee up off the other knee a little bit, just a couple inches, and rotate in. You notice on this then, your hip and your knee are staying on that same plane, and then you're rotating in. And good. And after a while, you feel the burn. And then you're going to slowly lower that down. Good. The other one you can do is you can do an external rotation with your arm. You can have your arm, the top arm, stacked right at the hip with the elbow bent at 90. And then you're just going to open that out, externally rotating it. Feeling those muscles on the back of the shoulder, back of the arm, your rotator cuff muscles. And again, your ear stays over your shoulder, your chin is tucked. You don't want to feel anything in the neck. You just want to open that out, feel the back of the arm working. And good. And you can lower that arm back down. Now you can straighten out the top leg. And you can either have it slightly forward if that feels better. And again, you're going to have the belly button to spine, that scoop, again, like you're just bracing, like you're protecting yourself. And you're going to raise that leg up and down. And it doesn't have to be high. You just want to feel the outside of the leg working, your abductors. You want to feel that down the side of your thigh. You don't want to feel anything in the neck and shoulder. So on this one, again, you're going to make sure that you're not rolling from your shoulders. You're going to feel that shoulder blade, back and down, core engaged. Now, if you were to feel this in your wrist, you could always make a fist with that, so that way you wouldn't feel anything there. You want to make sure that you're not pushing with the wrist, especially for people who are hypermobile. Again, you're just going to do, 10 to 20 of these till you feel that burn. And it doesn't matter whether your foot is flexed or pointed, because you're working on the outside of the thigh on that one. Good. Core tight. From there, you can roll back onto your back. And again, if you feel like you want to do another set of bridges, so you're going to, roll over to the other side, you can take a break and do those. Just something to keep the blood flowing. Or you can go right over to the other side and repeat the exercises on your other side. And we won't do all of those, but you would again do your clam with the core tight, glutes tight, shoulder blade in the back pocket, chin off the chest. Again, make sure you don't jut on that. you would do your internal rotators from the hip with either the knees together or the knees slightly elevated. Good. You would also do then the external rotation, the arm on that side with the elbow stacked and just rotating back. So the elbow can actually be resting right on your side on that. Yeah, and then you get that rotation back, and you're going to feel the muscle on the back of that shoulder. Those are your rotator cuff muscles. Good. And then you would do, again, that straight leg sideways with the core is tight, glutes tight. You know, son, you're not going to roll all over the place. You just want to work that outer thigh. And then when you're done with that, since you're in the sideline position, you can carefully bring yourself up to a seated position. And again, come up slowly so that you don't get dizzy. And